League Newcastle United vs Bournemouth prediction, team news, lineups preview. Eddie Howe reunites with former club Bournemouth as his Newcastle United side welcome the Cherries to St James Park for a Premier League clash on Saturday afternoon. The Magpies will be seeking revenge as they suffered a 2-0 defeat to Andoni Iraola's side at the Vitality Stadium in mid-November. Match preview. After rescuing a point in a thrilling 4-4 home draw with Luton Town, Newcastle returned to winning ways when they beat Nottingham Forest 3-2 at the City Ground last weekend to boost their hopes of securing European football for next season. The Magpies were pegged back twice in the first half as goals from Forest duo Anthony Elanga and Callum Hudson-Odoi cancelled out strikes from Bruno Guimaraes and Fabian Schär. But man of the match Guimaraes secured maximum points for the visitors with a stunning strike on the 66-minute mark. 7 points have been accumulated by Newcastle in their last 3 games, which has helped them climb to 7th in the Premier League table. And although their top 4 aspirations may be hanging by a thread, sitting 11 points adrift of Tottenham Hotspur in 4th, Europa League qualification remains firmly in their sights as they are only 5 points behind Manchester United in 6th spot with 14 matches remaining. The major cause for concern from Howe's perspective will be how his side have conceded 16 goals in their last 6 league matches, almost half the amount that they shipped in the whole of last season 33. In each of their last 3 home fixtures, the Magpies have conceded at least 3 goals, as many as in their previous 16 games at St James Park combined. Newcastle can ill afford another leaky defensive display if they are to come out on top against a Bournemouth outfit whom they have beaten just 3 times in their last 10 top-flight meetings, failing to keen a single clean sheet in the process. Bournemouth enter Saturday's contest having not celebrated a Premier League victory since Boxing Day when they beat Fulham 3-0 on home soil. The Cherries have since put together a 5-match winless run, which was extended courtesy of a 3-1 defeat at Craven Cottage last weekend. After going 2 goals down at half-time, Marco Senesi pulled one back for Bournemouth 5 minutes after the break, but Fulham restored their 2-goal cushion just 2 minutes later through Rodrigo Muniz, who netted his 2nd goal of the match to ultimately condemn the Cherries to their 10th league defeat of the season. A dip in form for Iraola's men has derailed their push for a top-half finish and they have subsequently slipped to 13th place in the table, 7 points behind Chelsea in 10th spot. While there are no immediate fears of entering the relegation picture as they sit 8 points clear of the bottom 3. Finding the back of the net has not been an issue for Bournemouth as they have scored at least once in 14 of their last 15 Premier League games, netting 26 goals in total. Away from home, the Cherries have scored in each of their last 8 matches 15 goals in total, which is their longest such run on the road in the top flight. Bournemouth will certainly fancy their chances of making the net ripple against Newcastle on Saturday, as they endeavour to end a 3-game winless streak at St James Park and complete their first league double over the Magpies at the 7th time of asking. Team news. Newcastle have been dealt a significant injury blow as striker Callum Wilson is facing up to 12 weeks on the sidelines after being told he requires surgery on a pectoral tendon injury sustained in last weekend's win at Forest. Fellow striker Alexander Isak, meanwhile, is a major doubtful with a groin problem according to Howe. Joe Willett calf, Elliot Anderson back and Matt Targett hamstring are all closing in on a return. But Saturday's game will come too soon for the trio, while Nick Pope shoulder and Sandro Tonelli suspended remain unavailable for selection. Anthony Gordon could be tasked with operating as a central striker in the absence of both Wilson and Isak, while winger Harvey Barnes could be handed his first start since September after making 2 substitute appearances since recovering from a foot injury. As for Bournemouth, Romain Favour will miss the trip to St James Park through illness, while Tyler Adams, Max Aarons both thigh, Ryan Fredericks calf, James Hill ankle and Darren Randolph illness are also in the treatment room. Philip Billing will serve the 2nd of his 3-match suspension this weekend. So Iraola could stick with Ryan Christie, Lewis Cook and Alex Scott in a 3-man midfield, although Justin Kluivert will be pushing to return in an advanced role. New recruit Enes Ünal made his Cherries debut as a second-half substitute against Fulham, and the Turkish striker is in contention to feature again on Saturday. Although he is not expected to displace top scorer Dominic Solanke, who scored a brace against Newcastle earlier this season. Newcastle United possible starting lineup: Dubravka, Trippier, Schär, Botman, Byrne, Miley, Guimaraes, Longstaff, Almiron, Gordon, Barnes. Bournemouth possible starting lineup: Neto, Smith, Zabarnyi, Senesi, Kelly, Christie, Cook, Tavernier, Kluivert, Sinistera, Solanke. We say, Newcastle United 3-2 Bournemouth. Recent meetings between these two sides have been tight affairs, but a more expansive approach could be taken by both Howe and Irola this weekend, which could lead to plenty of goalmouth action at St James Park. Newcastle's leaky backline could struggle to keep Bournemouth quiet in the final third, but the Magpies may just do enough to outscore their opponents en route to claiming 3 important points. Even if Isak is not deemed fit to feature. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.